Over the years, there have been several types of hardware trying to reach your solutions on GA flying. And of course, we have seen few different ones that have been the right choice. The ones that we rely every day. Today, Altimeter Motives, yet again, have proven to be the right companion, and this time in a much more compatible way with their brand new SixPackPlus Instrument Panel. The manner the sim has grown over the last 4 years has been astounding, and so is the hardware market. Every different consumer has a choice today, and everyone has their own unique situation when it comes to setting a cockpit. Now back in the day, we just had a few choices, and we either had to go with the flow that offered less configurations or try to build our own cockpit of our dreams, which would financially cost us over the years and take time to build. There are solutions today to give more light on what more we can achieve in our flying experiences that are more engaging, are much more meaning to every nautical mile we fly. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm Chikmangla. Another episode today, and we'd love to bring you something interesting from the team of Altimeter Motives. We've been there before, if you remember back in September, when we unveiled the Cessna 172 Gen 2 pack designed for GA flying. I was quite impressed with the quality of these products at the last Flight Sim Expo, which happened during June of last year, and decided to give these products a try. Ron Sartore, the man behind the team, has been the architect of this creation, and it's quite essential to understand what consumers need, and that's exactly what he has offered to us today. When I say need, there are variations of hardware, and most of the times, we don't really have a dedicated space as the instruments can be all over the place, consuming your desk real estate. Or even a scenario when we have a dedicated space where we can welcome dozens of hardware around you. The SixPackPlus we're reviewing today answers most of our questions on compatibility, quality, and flight engagement, and to break the ice, it sure does justice to your flying experience. Background. Let's talk briefly about the background. Firstly, do we know the team of Altimeter Motives? Do take a look at my previous video showcasing the Gen 2 panel from the same team. Another brilliantly done panel in a larger scale. Plus, they offer few more panels. The SixPackPlus Instrument Panel is a comprehensive solution that's been designed to flight sim comfortably. Now, this isn't just a panel that's over your monitor. It comes as an entire unit. But first, let's unbox this and get the party started. Unboxing. As promised, it arrived within 2 days on UPS shipping and safely packed as we see it. These are delicate instruments is how I see it, and surely needs careful packaging. The package includes an instrument 6-pack panel, of course, with a USB cable already attached, simplifying the setup process. It also contains a mini HDMI to HDMI cable for display connectivity. A USB-A to USB-C cable for power. For an alternative display and power connection, a USB-C to USB-C male cable is provided. Additionally, a right-angle mini HDMI to HDMI adapter is included for optional use. Now, the package features a natural finish walnut mounting base, serving as an optional addition. To secure the mounting base, the package contains different size screws and nuts, and for ease of setup, a quick start guide is included, offering a comprehensive set of instructions for hassle-free installation. On a side note, Ron recommends to get something that goes well with a 6-pack. It's up to you, of course. The VESA mounting option, which is the 6-pack+ that offers flexibility with a 75x75mm mount. Now this does the job. If you're seeking for a desktop mounting solution, it's available on Amazon for $36. So keep an eye on something like that if you plan to get this monitor stand. Now this mount option adds more versatility to your setup, but with the current panel by itself, it should still work fine. Back to the panel. The 6-pack+ comes complete with the needed software and a built-in monitor that caters exclusively for Windows PC. Carefully crafted to provide the 6 essential full-size steam gauges as we see it. Now each of these gauges are well thought of to give us the most important ones, resulting in an authentic and an immersive cockpit experience for multiple platforms. When I mention multiple platforms, it's not just MSFS, FSX as well, or X-Plane 11 and 12. Observe the quality of the material here. And finely done. Similar to the Gen 2 panel's approach. When it comes to quality and craftsmanship, the emphasis on quality is not without reason, as every element of this panel reflects superb craftsmanship. While 3D printing has become a commonplace in contemporary manufacturing, the decision to prioritize laser printing and utilize top-grade materials sets this team, Altimeter Motives, apart. Now this commitment to quality is evident on the smooth dials, which gives you a premium feel, and thanks to the superior quality of plastic used. Another mention would be made in the USA. Setting up. Let's talk about the setup here. Setting up the panel was a breeze. It easily mounts on top of your large deck or a honeycomb yoke if you have it, that offers flexibility and adapts to your preferred configuration. As I mentioned briefly before, the setup includes a natural walnut base for standalone use. On the display power connection, the SixPackPlus has removed the necessity for a separate power connection to the monitor, so something to note. Now the display draws its power directly from the controller board. Simply connect the pre-attached controller U.S.A connector to your PC and the HDMI cable to both the panel and your computer. That's all you need for a seamless setup. The included software is designed for easier installation, where it identifies the flight sim found on your PC, and it doesn't really take much time for your setup. In the latest product update, the team have streamlined the setup for your convenience. So please note that to make things easier, 2 of the cables are no longer included in the package. This includes the USB-A to USB-C power cable, as power is now supplied to the monitor directly from the controller. Plus, the USB-C to USB-C cable is not included as well, as video is exclusively provided through the HDMI. This makes the process much more simpler. My setup here today is a small desktop, and I've been juggling from my actual cockpit setup, which you've seen on my previous videos, to a much more easier one today. This makes it much more easier for me to manage my office work and sim when needed. Take a look at the space I can accommodate here. Not really much, is it? A keyboard, a loop deck on the side, a 4K monitor with speakers on the end. Now I managed to get this beautiful 32-inch monitor with an arm that gave me some decent space, plus I need that distance from my eyes. This panel is perfectly suited for a setup like this that offers convenience without compromising on functionality. Let's talk about the software. I begin by downloading the custom Air Manager program that's been developed by Altimeter Motives. You can visit the website to access the required software. There are 2 programs available for download, the SixPackPlus Gyro and the SixPackPlus HSI. Install both these programs, and it's important to note that these programs are equipped with the plugin installer that automatically detects your sim. Let's do a flight. We decided to use a Cessna 172 that makes it the right companion in this case, a fine GA on MSFS at the moment. As we see it, there are a number of instruments here. The airspeed indicator, altimeter, attitude, call sign ID that displays the call sign assigned by the sim, chronometer which displays universal time, local time, flight time that features operational buttons for displaying volts or outside air temperature in either Celsius or Fahrenheit. Now this provides options for the time displayed and elapsed time, which include start, stop and reset. Gyro compass or HSI. This features operational knobs. All these knobs, we have 5 of them, plus 3 buttons are all functional. The tachometer, turn indicator and vertical speed gauge. Now each instrument is designed thoughtfully and includes buttons and functional knobs for interactive adjustments, providing a comprehensive and a realistic simulation experience. General aviation. GA flying offers a compelling blend of both visual flight rules, VFR, and IFR flying experiences. The placement of instruments are important here. That plays a pivotal role in enhancing that experience. Optimal placement, whether at the right distance or closer to the pilot, mirrors the real-life experience and significantly contributes to the pilot's engagement. Now I'm able to see the speed comfortably, figure the altitude, and make some informed decisions during my flight. Now observe the manner it responds here. There's no stutter, there's no delay, and it perfectly aligns with the actual speed of the aircraft, giving us feedback on every flight. And it's beautiful the way the panel is here. Undoubtedly, flight instruments are important on every flight, giving us crucial information, which helps the pilot to maintain precise control of the aircraft and make informed decisions. Now, the utilization of an instrument panel proves to be a game changer here. Despite having relied on a 2D interface previously, a shift to using a dedicated instrument panel like this has served numerous advantages, and I've been thoroughly enjoying simming. The integration of an instrument panel, particularly the one that replicates the size and the layout of the original dials found in the Cessna 172, makes even more sense. It does bring another level of realism here. The comfortable distance as well between us and the panel matters, leading to immersion. In my setup, with a sleek design, it does easily fit in. Now something else that felt perfect for me was that the Tobii eye tracker that's been installed right below the monitor didn't get affected, and I was assuming that it could block the sensors. It did not, and it worked perfectly fine. If you have a Logitech or a honeycomb yoke, the good news is that this easily fits on top of it. Altimeter Motives have been in the business of offering solutions to having a much more enjoyable flight experience, offering us different instrument panels. If you take a look at the website, you can find a few different panels that meet different needs for simmers like us. Now most of them are on top of 24-inch monitors. The SixPackPlus Instrument Panel works great at my current setup. It's portable, perfectly sized, and the gauges aren't different in size if you try to compare the Gen 2 instrument panel. They are the same, 6 gauges that are relied on, the most used in a flight. These are sold for $397.50. This includes free fast shipping, by the way. The panels are carefully crafted, offering us quality solutions to flight simming. Consider checking out our other video as well that offers you the Gen 2 panel, which is a slightly larger one in size that we've mentioned a few times in the video. The team of Altimeter Motives equals quality wear, craftsmanship, and commitment as we see it, keeping us engaged in more flight simming experiences. Now if you compare the Gen 2 instrument panel and the SixPackPlus, I just have one thing for Ron. He just made it difficult for me to make a choice, as both these are beautiful panels offering great functionality. I remember mentioning that the Gen 2 panel was my favorite. The tables have turned now, and surely this beautiful panel takes the spotlight today. It does make a difference in my flying experience, and hopefully you like this video. The link to the SixPackPlus Instrument Panel can be found right here in the description below. The link to the third-party monitor stand can also be found there. As always, it's been a true pleasure, and do subscribe for more. Until next time, do take care and happy flying.